the first question, it says that work out 3.25 minus 1.73. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the difference. 5 minus 3 is 2. Carry 1, 12 minus 7 is 5. 3 becomes a 2, so 2 minus 1 is 1. 1.52. Then it says find 1.2 square. 1.2 square is basically 12 over 10, which is 144 over 100. Move the decimal 2 places to the left. So 1.44 is your answer. In question 2, the diagram shows a circle with center O. A straight line touches the circle. Complete each label with the correct mathematical name. A radius has been labeled for you. This is a tangent. And this is your sector. Question 3 says write these numbers in order of size starting with the smallest. So let's convert all of these in decimals. 62% is 0.62. We do 5 divided by 8. Add a decimal over here. 8, 6 are 48. 3 minus 48 is 2. Add a 0. 8 2s are 16. Minus 4, add a 0. 8 5s are 40. Then 11 divided by 2. Decimal 0. 25s are 100. 10, add a 0, and 25s are 100. So 0.55 for this and 0.625 for this. Now, if you compare the values, the smallest over here is going to be 11 over 20. After that, we have 0.595. Then we have 62%. Then 5 over 8. And after that, 0.65. In question 4, it says at midday the temperature is 8 degrees Celsius. At midnight, the temperature is 12 degrees Celsius lower. Find the temperature at midnight. What we'll do is we'll do 8 minus 12, which is going to be negative 4 degrees Celsius. Then in the next part, it says Shahji records the temperature in degrees Celsius at 6 a.m. every day for 1 week. Find the median and find the range. So for the median, what we'll do is we'll rearrange the data values in ascending order, starting from the lowest, which is negative 7, then negative 5, then negative 2, negative 1, 2, 5, 5. Now the median is the middle value, which is negative 1. That is your answer. Then it says find the range. Range is your difference between the highest and the lowest value. So if we look at our values in the ascending order, highest is 5 and the lowest is negative 7. So 5 minus negative 7 is 12. That is your range. Question 5 says Maya invests for $80 at a rate of 2% per year simple interest. Calculate the total amount of interest she saves at the end of 5 years. So we'll do 480 times 2 over 100 times 5. Why we'll do this? Because the formula for simple interest is basically principal amount times the rate times the time, PRT. So principal amount is 480, which is the amount that we invest. 2 over 100 is our rate of interest, and time is 5 years. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 divided by 100 would be 1/10. So for $80 is the interest that she gets at the end of 5 years. Question 6 says the scale drawing shows the position of two villages A and B. The scale is 1 centimeter to 2 kilometers. Find the actual distance. So what you'll do is you'll draw a line using a ruler from A to B, and you will measure this distance, and whatever this distance is, you will times that by 2 kilometers. So let's say your AB is equal to 9 centimeters. That's it. So your actual distance would be 9 times 2, which is 18 kilometers. That's how you would calculate. You would measure this value, measure this distance, and then multiply that by 2. Then says find the bearing of B from A. So to find the bearing of B from A, this is the angle that we need to find. So for that, what you can do is, I'm going to use a different color. We will measure the angle that's present over here, and this angle and this part of this angle is exactly same. Why? Because this north of B and north of A are parallel to each other, and in parallel lines, alternate angles are equal. So if you measure this angle at B from your protractor, whatever that value is, this is going to have the same value, and then you add 180 to this value to get the bearing. So that would be your answer. Then it says a plane flies, so that is always equidistant from A and B. Use a straight edge and compass only, and compasses only construct the path of the plane. So what we'll do is, going back to the same line, I'm gonna erase the extra. So what you'll do is you'll draw a perpendicular bisector from A and B. Compass, we first measure the distance A and B, which we've already done for part A, and then we open the compass more than half of the distance of AB. So let's say we assume that AB was 9 centimeters. So what I'll do is I'll open the compass for like 5 centimeters. Then I'll put the compass at B, and I'll draw an arc above the line AB and below the line AB, like this. And then I'll repeat the same steps from point A. So I'll draw another arc from above the line and below the line. And then what I'll do is I will connect the two arcs. This is a little rough. Let me just, so let's say this is my perpendicular bisector based on my drawing. So this is how they would be bisecting the line. And if we would measure the distance from here to here or from here to here, it would be equal. This would be 4.5 and 4.5 based on my assumption that AB is 9, because since I'm doing it online, I can't just measure it. So just remember this how you would draw. This is how you would draw your perpendicular bisector to show that that point is equidistant from A and B. Question 7 says Ben walks for exercise. The scatter diagram shows the distance for 10 walks and the time each walk takes. Write down the type of correlation that the scatter diagram shows. So if we look at the correlation of the scatter diagram, we can see that there is a positive slope, and the points are like not like scattered, like very like far apart. They're near to each other, which means the positive slope shows that there is positive correlation. That is how you would describe the correlation. Then it says draw a line of best fit and use your line of best fit to estimate the time Ben takes for a 5-kilometer walk. So to draw the line of best fit, what I'll do is I'll see connecting which points gives me a line where there's an equal amount of points above the line and below the line. So let's say this is a line of best fit, and then we have to find the time it takes to walk 5 kilometers. So from 5 to go over here, and that is basically 58 minutes. 58 to 59 minutes, sorry. 59 minutes is approximately what it takes for him to walk 5 kilometers. Then the next question, it says workout 1034 plus 5/6. So what we will do is we will first convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. So we multiply 4 with 1 and add the result to 3. That's going to be 7/4 plus 5/6. Now we have to make the denominators equal in order to solve. In order to add these fractions with unlike denominators, I'm going to make the denominators equal by multiplying the first fraction by 6 and the second fraction by 4. So that would be 42/24 plus 20/24, which is 62/24. We can simplify this. It becomes 31/12. Now we divide it again to convert it into a mixed number. We know 12 times 2 is 24. Going to give us 7. It's going to be 7 whole number 2/12, which can be further simplified to 7 whole number 1/6. That is our answer. In the next question, it says the diagram shows a in the next question, it says the diagram shows a triangular prism. The cross section is a right-angled isosceles triangle. Write down the number of planes of symmetry of this plane. So for the number of planes, if we split the prism into 2 equal parts, like in this direction, you would see that it equally divides the shape into 2 parts. So like both sides are identical. So that's one line of that's one plane of symmetry, and the other plane of symmetry would be to split it diagonally. So if we split it diagonally, so that's going to be 2 equal identical parts again. So this shape has 2 planes of symmetry. And work out the volume. So for the volume, we will do 1/2